My dear children, today we are going to study about array. Array is the second chapter of your textbook. Array, what is the definition of an array? Array is a derived data type which can store multiple elements of same data type placed in continuous memory location. Before coming to that, what is a variable? A variable is a name given to a memory location. It is also known as identifiers used to refer a particular data. A variable must be declared before using it. How can we declare a variable? A variable can be declared with the help of a data type. What is a data type then? A data type is a type of data that the variable can store and what all operations can be done by this particular variable. That is the definition of a variable. Here comes the declaration of a variable, int a. What do you mean by int a? Int a means the variable that we are going to use, the name of the variable that we are going to use is a, and it can store integer values. You can use fundamental data types except void to declare a variable. So here you have another example, float xy. So x and y are variables in the program which can hold floating numbers. Next you have character z. Z is a character variable which can store a character. Okay. So when we declare a variable int a, what will happen? When we declare a variable int a, what is going to happen is the compiler will reserve 4 bytes of memory for a. So the size of int is 4 bytes. So this 4 bytes of memory will be reserved for that particular value a. When we give value for a, if we give 10, a is equal to 10. What will be happening there? A will be having the value 10. This is how when you initialize a value, it is stored inside the memory. Got it? And when we are going to declare the variable character is said. Character can store only or it holds only 1 byte of memory. So Z is having 1 byte. So got it, the difference between int, float and character? Float also needs 4 bytes of memory. Character needs only 1 byte of memory. Okay? Next, what do you mean by initialization of the variable? Initialization of the variable means giving value to a variable is known as initialization. There are 2 methods for initializing a value to a variable, that is static initialization and dynamic initialization. Static initialization means you are directly giving a value to a variable. You are directly giving a value to a variable. For example, a equal to 10. Here equal to is known as the assignment operator. A equal to 10 means we are giving value 10 to a. And if we give the statement cout a, whenever we execute the program, the output of the program will be 10. The value will not change. But coming to the second session, that is dynamic initialization. In dynamic initialization, we are using cin statement, cin x, cin y. Cin x means we are accepting a value from the user during runtime. So at runtime only the value of x will be known. When I am executing the program, I will give one value. When you people are executing the program, you will give your own values. So depending on the users or depending on the runtime, the value of x and y will change. That is known as dynamic. At runtime only we will be able to know what will be the value of x and y. Here I have given two statements, C in x, C in y. This can be combined to a single statement, and combining C in statement is known as cascading of input statement. So it can be written as C in x, y. So here which operator is used? For C in, we are using extraction operator. So C in, extraction operator x, extraction operator y. So what do you mean by cascading? Combining two or more input-output statement is known as cascading. Now, if I give a question to accept 10 numbers, what you will do? To accept 10 numbers, we have to declare 10 numbers. Okay, let it be n1, n2, n3, n4, n5 till n10. How we will accept it? You can accept it with the help of cascading. C in n1, n2, n3, n4, n5 till n10. This is how you are accepting 10 values. Now let me ask a question. How you will accept 100 values? So for that, you may use A1, A2, A3 till A100. So you can use any variable names there. How you will accept it? C in A1, C in A2, A3, A4, it will go on like that. Here I have given etc. That is dots are given in between because I am not able to write 100 variables over here. Yes. For C in also I will not be able to write the 100 extraction operators. So for that I have given etc. over there. Dots are given. But when you are writing program, is it possible for you to write the etc. over there? Dots idan pattumo? No, it is not possible for you to put etc. over there. So for that, you have to write C in A1, A2, A3 like that going on. You have to write each and every variable name till 100. So the program will become very lengthy. Along with that, it will be difficult for the user to identify which variable is holding which value. Here comes the concept of array. Array can store multiple elements of same data type placed in continuous memory location. So if you want to store 100 values, you don't want to declare different 100 variables. Instead of that, you can declare the variable as A of 100. Of means inside the square bracket you are giving 100. Here int, that is the data type. What is the syntax there? Data type. Then you have to give the name of the variable. Then you have to give the size of the array. So here comes the concept of array. So the program will become smaller in size when you want to use number of variables. Got it? What is an array? Here comes array declaration. How can we declare an array? For declaring an array, you can use data type, then the name of the variable, then the size of the array. Can you see here I have given 3 examples. Int A of 100. Here int is a data type, A is the name of the variable and 100 is the size of A. So you can store 100 different values in A. Second one is float Z of 25, which means that Z can store 25 floating values. Then you have character B of 26, where B can store 26 characters. So this is how you are declaring a variable.